Hello there guys, so the last time in anime we saw that Yuryu, an orphan boy, moves to a shrine so that he can attend a school in Kyoto, but he had to live with 3 shrine maidens. So naturally accidents like this were bound to happen. The 3 sisters were pretty, and they were also similar to Yuryu. They also lost their parents and had only their grandfather in family. But they cherished a string their mother gave them before passing away and always believed in gods. But Yuryu was the opposite. He doesn't believe in gods, and one time, when Yuna was out, a bird took her string away. And even after finding till sunset, they didn't find it. So they prayed to gods, and Yuryu told them God doesn't exist. They have to work hard themselves to find it. And that leads to a quarrel between Yuna and Yuryu. Later Yuna heard that Yuryu also believed in gods and prayed every day. But still his sick mother didn't get better and left the world. So Yuna went out to find Yuryu and saw he was praying to gods to let Yuna find her string, and she heard it, and understood the guy isn't bad, and the other 2 also found them near the shrine. And while heading back home, a magical moment happened, but then the real shock came in. The old man arrived, and told Yuryu that he had to marry one of his granddaughters and inherit the shrine as a priest, but Yuryu had planned to become a doctor. So the old man assured him that he could do side jobs as well, which was one of the benefits of being a priest. However, Yuryu disagreed with this mess. So old man was disappointed because he was going to recommend Yuryu to Kyoto University, where he wanted to go so badly, and Yuryu turned a new leaf and accepted the marriage proposal. Old man sure was happy to find a groom for his granddaughter, but Yuryu planned to play along only until he gets into college. On the other side, the girls were just as shocked about this. And Yuna didn't want to marry Yuryu at all. Yai and Ashai were also the same, and Yuna thought a non-believer can't run a shrine, but Grandpa had already made his decision. So Yuna thought to make Yuryu leave the house on his own by torturing him. The first operations was the cooking demand, but the fridge literally had nothing at all to cook anything, a classic way. But the outcome was different than Yuna had expected. He didn't just cook food with a few things, it was even delicious. Then comes the second demand, doing the laundry. Yuna thought without a dryer it would be difficult, but Yai and Ashai were unsure about this, because Yuryu would have to dry off their undergarments as well. But even so, Yuryu wasn't flinch touching and drying off their underwears. But he noticed that one pair of underwear was missing of the bra, but not every time. They were matching top to bottom. Seriously, it was embarrassing. But Yuryu did a pretty good job, and even folded all of their clothes. Girls were dazzled, but Yuna didn't want to give up on her plan. So she pulls out her ultimate operation, that ice to clean Yai's room. It's even messier than a boy's room for sure, and something even had a reeking smell under the sheets. But he found oil painting, and Yuna told him Yai attends our college, and wants to be an artist. Then after a while, it took everything to clean the room completely, so Yai thought to let him stay. It will be for good, because he could do the chores. Yuryu heard all, and did that like it. So he thanked them first and said he can't do chores all day, because he also needs study time, because he wants to be a doctor. So finally, he left the shrine to make it into university himself. And in the end, their plan succeeded, and Yuryu was into his book even in the train. And the 3 were still watching him as Yuna was worried about him. But she didn't want to admit it. They noticed Yuryu reads his book any time he gets to become a doctor. Must be because of his mother. Then a stop comes, and Yuryu gets off. So the 3 also followed him to see where he was going, and Yuryu went to a really scary place, with a ghastly vibes coming out of that house. So Yuna thought he's gonna live here, because they kicked him out, but Yuryu appears suddenly, which scared Yuna to the core. He had kids with him, and he started comparing small and large rack size of Asahi and Yai. After that he asked them why they came here, and suddenly a woman came from behind. Her name was Mahiru, and she takes care of the kids in this foster home. She thanked them for taking care of Yuryu, and thought the girls are too good for Yuryu to marry, because he's boring. But he's trying to get into Kyoto University, like her, to become a doctor. Yuryu had enough of his past, and asked Mahiru why she set this marriage up. So Mahiru showed her dark side, and told him she worked hard to find a home for him, so Yuryu should cherish it. Her aura impressed the girls, and the kids came to show their paper crane. They were making thousands like this. And comes Shirai, a childhood friend of Yuryu, and she came to take care of the kids. Then a kid showed his crane that he wants to give to his mom. This foster home takes care of the kids whose parents are hospitalized, so the kids are making these cranes to wish for their parents' well-being. But Wiru didn't believe anything good will happen with this, and Yuna explained the importance of these cranes and decided to help the kids in making it, but little sis did a clumsy work. Big sis made an extraordinary work, and middle sis is going to complete her work by tomorrow perhaps. But Yuryu wasn't helping at all, and the kids did some emotional torture to him, so he completed the work all by himself. Yet, one kid was unsure if it could work, just like Yuryu. He saw himself in the kid, as he was the same in the past, so he comforted the kid that it will work, because doctors will work hard seeing their sincerity to treat their patients. It moved the girls' hearts, and Mahiru told them that Yuryu had made thousands of these for his mother, so he understands how the kids feels. It's true Yuryu could be mean, but he's a reliable boy. That's why Mahiru asked the three to take good care of Yuryu. Then afterwards, Mahiru asked Yuryu why he left his harem behind. And Yuryu said he won't get study time if he does all the chores, but Mahiru knew Yuryu could do anything once he sets his mind to it. More so the girls did bother him. But they also came all the way here, which shows they were also worried for him. Yuryu had seen how Mahiru had always taken care of the kids and also did her studies with a smile on her face. So he changes his mind as well, and the girls saw Yuryu smile and thought he's in love with Mahiru. Yuryu denied it and apologized for storming off like that and agreed to do all the chores to stay at shrine. But the girls were also good-natured and chose to divide the jobs to stay together like family. Marvelous moment for their bond. But after that, they did agree to help him with chores, but they were extremely clumsy. Yai messed up her room again, and Yuna was taking her sweet time to cook breakfast, but when Old Man arrived, he was pleased to see how well they were getting along. So he decided to hold an arranged marriage meeting. And that is where episode 2 ends, but stay tuned to watch its upcoming episode as well. For that, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Till then, take care.